talk about some local Philly and Pennsylvania grant programs. So we're going to talk about...
I love these.
Yes. This is Don's specialty. Don Thomas is the grant professional here. So tell us a little about your background and how you've helped families save money with purchasing a home.
Yeah. So I've helped 17 families acquire about $150,000 in grants. So if you do the math, on average, I was getting about $17,000 per family in one way or another, either down payment assistance, grants, forgivable loans. Basically, they were to reduce their cash to close in buying their first home by getting grants, either the Philly First, the PHFA state grant, or Rocket One Plus.
Purchase Plus.
Purchase Plus, sorry.
Yeah, so Purchase Plus. So let's go over some of these programs real quick and some of the points, and we'll direct you through as we go through. So let's talk about, and I've also done about $100,000 in grant funds within the last 24 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
You save your clients $100,000. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Clients over the last 24 months have saved about $100,000. And that's through Philly First Home, PHFA, and the Purchase Plus. So let's talk about Philly First Home. So I'm just going to go the steps of the process, and then you can give your part as well. So Philly First Home, first step is to take a pre-housing counseling certificate called Framework. Take this online.
Which is free.
It is free. Next is to schedule a one-on-one counseling session with a HUD-approved counselor.
Which is free.
And we'll also help get you set up for that appointment. Next is to get a grant approval from them. Next is to go under contract. So you cannot be under contract before you complete the first 3 steps. And then you can receive up to $10,000 in grant funds, or 6% up to $10,000. Now there's a potential holdback for you with this program. There are income limits.
Yeah, that's the biggest drawback, is the income limit. Because if you're filing single or buying this home by yourself, it's $81,000.
$80,300.
$80,300. If you're a married or 2-person household, it's about $91,000. And then if you have a child, or you can be a single mother with 2 kids, however the household income is based on 1, 2, 3, or 4, it's $80,000, $90,000, $100,000. So obviously the income limits is much smaller here, but if you're buying a house in the $200,000 range, this is perfect. You have enough income to be at 50% debt to income ratio to get the loan. And I love the Philly First, because you could go as low as 500 credit score or 580 if needed. Or you could be at a 660 credit score, get the home possible rate as well. Could you imagine getting a subsidized interest rate and getting $10,000 in closing grant?
And you can also go for the Purchase Plus program.
Combine 2 grants, that's amazing.
Yeah, if you currently live in an underserved area, and we have a search tool that can help you determine whether you live in an underserved area or not, and most metro areas in the country have underserved areas, you can stack a local agency program like Philly First Home and get a grant from the city plus a grant from the lender. So Purchase Plus a grant from the lender. Most are around $5,000 to $7,000. Then I want you to touch on PHFA. Give the audience a rundown on a PHFA loan.
So PHFA is great because it's a higher income limit. So if you're filing single on your taxes, I think for Philadelphia County is $121,000. If you're making $121,000, you can get up to 5% of the purchase price.
Now keep in mind, for those looking at the Philly First Home and PHFA, you cannot do both.
Yep.
So they both...
Apparently there was a time that you can, but not in 2020, not since 2022.
No, so Philly First Home is a community second. So it is a lien attached to your home, but you do not make any payments on it. And PHFA is also a lien attached to your home.
You don't make any payments on it. It's forgiven in 10 years.
It's forgiven in 10 years. But both of them want to be on the second lien position. None of them will take the third. So you can't do both.
But that's why you can do the Purchase Plus and the Philly First.
Yes. But PHFA, you cannot do Purchase Plus.
It's a standalone grant. But 5% of the purchase price. So let's say right now in 2024, the Philadelphia... For PHFA, a standalone grant, the purchase limit is $650 on a home. That means you can go up to a $650,000 home.
Wow.
If you're filing single on your taxes, you can go up to $120,000 income. If you're married or have a child, you can go up to $130,000. So again, higher income limit, higher purchase price, 5% down. I think the most I've done on a house was $22,000. The cash to close without that grant was $33,000. We were able to get them $22,000 in grant. They came to closing with just a little over $10,000, and they got their first dream home.
Wow.
With just $12,000.
That's amazing. If you want to get started with that, we're going to have a link in the bio of this video. And it's going to take you to Don's application. He'll get you set up with a grant right away.
And the other differences between Philly First and PHFA is with PHFA, there's nothing you need to do prior to being under contract. With Philly First, before you execute a contract or go under contract, you should have completed your one-on-one counseling, get the home buying certificate all completed prior to going under contract. With PHFA, you don't have to do anything until you're under contract.
Yep.